Right, so knife, and we can have a look. Oops. As you can see, everything is well protected. Got something in addition, nothing else in the box. So what we've got Leica M and something else which I'm not entirely sure what it is. Let's make a bit closer look. Just correct all of this. Okay, first let's have a look what's in here, because I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember what did he... it's a charger. So it's a... Oops. My assumption is that this is a third-party one, so probably his Leica comes from different country. Well, his, now mine Leica comes from different country, and the plug, there was no UK plug. I'm not gonna be bothered about this papers. Right, so here is the box. It's quite hefty actually, to be honest. So it says Leica M Typ 262. Right, so sorry for the mess. Let me just clear this up, move this away. Papers, invoices, not really interested in that. Oops. And this is famous Leica box. So the box looked like this. Then obviously these are the magnets. I'm thinking maybe I should change the... Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna leave it as this, just to open the box first, to prove it without any cuts in the video that what he sent to me is how he prepared it, and I didn't have any influence on what's inside the box. So here's the camera, and this is the first time ever in my life I actually handle this camera. Never before I had Leica in my hands, and let me just say, it's quite actually thick. It's quite thick. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to think about it. My hands are shaking, and let me see if there's still plastic on the... Oh, the battery's inside. Oh, he also included the memory card, which is very nice of him. That is... Oh, okay, I don't don't want to break it, so maybe I can turn it on. Oops, not there. So the camera is a bit hefty. It's not that big. It's not that heavy. It's just thick, I'd say. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for a second. So now we know the camera is there and is looking good. I'm just gonna see what's in what else is in the box. So you've got certificates, cards, and what have you. Manual and all that stuff. Oops. Put it back in, and then in here should be charger and yeah, all those cables and all this stuff. That's nice. So I'm going to change the angle of the camera now to have a closer look on here. Yeah, and I'll come back to you in a sec. Okay, so now we can look closer into the camera. It's very simple. There is not much to it. There's not much control button, not many control buttons. Everything you have is on a lens on the top of the camera, and on the menu, but the menu is very limited. You only have 2 pages, so as you can see, this is half of it, and then that's another half. I don't know if that's different software. I'm sure it is updated, but you can't even change the settings, let's say, of the JPEGs. I mean, the size, you only have like sharpness, saturation and contrast. You don't have size, you don't have things like if you want to do DNGs and JPEGs, or JPEGs only, or DNGs only. On the manual, this option exists in the menu. So if you look on the menu in the manual book, there is this option, but on actual camera I can't find it. It's not on the main menu, definitely, but it should be according to the book. So things like this, very limited menu system, which I think is very good for me personally. My other camera, Sony A7 III, it's got so many options, got options in options and in options, that it's not like it is very confusing, because I know what most of that means. It's just when you are in a situation, let's say sunset, or you are doing landscapes and stuff, and then in the landscape you meet someone and you want to take a portrait, you are tempted so much to change the settings so you can get out the best of the portrait or the best of the landscape, instead of using what you have and doing the best of it. It's just, you spend so much time digging into the menus and trying to memorize everything. I don't know. So this camera, it's going to be different experience, different approach. And because it's so simple, almost like a film camera where you don't have like, well, you have some control but not so much. I don't know, I'll see. I'm interested, I'm excited. The different way of shooting because of the rangefinder is also very interesting to me. I used to have Fuji X100 and I liked it, but what I didn't like was the lens. It was very short, it was even smaller than this one, and I wanted to focus manually on it, but when I hold it, I'm going to show you, when I hold the focus, one thing was the focus ring was so close that, let's say in the winter, because that was actually the autumn winter time, in the winter when I had my gloves on, I couldn't actually focus right because it was so close to the body of the camera. And the other thing was, even when you focus, the screen, it was like the viewfinder, it was delaying the effect of the focus, if you know what I mean. I turned the wheel, but it was delayed, and I didn't like that very much. So with this one, I hope it's gonna be better. I already practiced some things, and with this little knob it should be better, should be faster. And obviously everything is mechanical, so there should be no delay. It's gonna be well, it should be quick and easy. You see how it looks inside. On the bottom we've got the shutter speed, and that's it actually. You don't have much. You have those lines. The other thing I like is that the viewfinder is on the side, so it's not in the middle where you put this against your face and you always leave a mark from your nose on the screen. In this case it's on the side, but to see all the edges of the framing you have to actually press it quite close, and I'm wearing glasses, so I leave the mark on my glasses every time I try to see all the edges. I very much like to frame very precisely. Maybe this camera will teach me not to. I don't know. So I heard the M10, the magnification in a viewfinder is 0.72, is like 30% bigger and stuff like that. There's a lot of improvements in it. So if I'm gonna like this, camera, then at some point I'm probably gonna invest in a newer version. But that's gonna be like after a few years, because the other one, it's like I paid for this one, I paid a lot. So the other one is twice as expensive, used of course, and I can't afford at the moment to buy a so expensive camera when I have already A7 III. We'll see. Lens that I have for this camera is Voigtlander Nocton 35 1.4, and it is tiny. It's freaking tiny. I will show you my this is 35 f2 for my film camera. It's also manual, but it's so much bigger, and that's f2, and this is 1.4. It's It's crazy. The filter size is 42 millimeters, so I don't have any filters. I don't have any filters for this camera. I've seen the JPEGs, black and white JPEGs, which I take a picture from like yesterday, and I thought, oh, it would be nice to have an orange filter, but I don't have any. I don't have I have filters, but not. I will need to have some step down ring or something to use it. So my first impressions. It is a different camera. That's for sure. It's a different feel. It's like, I don't know. It just want to be held in a hand. You know, I was making this unboxing video yesterday actually. So what we do in here is not straight after the unboxing. Is I had to have some time just to see if everything works, and you know, I bought it from eBay, so I want to make sure that I know I can return it if there is a like major fault or something. But everything it looks fine. But I spent a few hours with this camera, and I don't know, it makes me just want to hold it in a hand all the time. It's different. The problem I see already is handling, because the edges are quite sharp, and it's not like you can grip it well with all your fingers. The small one is always on the bottom, and on the edge sometimes it hurts. So that's one thing. I was looking for maybe a grip or something for it, but not sure yet. I already attached the links for the strap, and I already tried it, and it's very well balanced. It's not like front lens heavy that is just like always on an angle and it's gonna dig into my body with this sharp edge. It's just lays like now straight, which I really like. I don't know. I've seen this camera so many times on YouTube and on online reviews, on the websites, and it's so surreal to keep it in your hands now and have opportunity to use it, you know. I don't know, the pictures, the ones I've done so far, they look nice. It's not that I've done too many, it's just a few of them. And interestingly, what you see in here obviously is JPEG, and then when I did download them into the PC, there is JPEG and there is DNG, and JPEGs, they look very contrasty. Obviously you can set up everything in the camera, but as a default it was set up to the middle, and the JPEGs were very contrasty, very saturated. But DNGs, they were nice. They were a bit more muted. I don't know yet. I need to take it out and see. Oh. Anyways, so I'm gonna do a long-term, like mid-term review in like a month or so, with some examples of the pictures I've done, and maybe some more thoughts I'm very interested in ISO performance. Some people say they will never use it more than 800 ISO. Some people say that they constantly use it at 1600 or 3200 in black and white. Well, we'll see. Quite hefty and very thick. I didn't expect that thickness. I thought it's gonna be more like thinner, slightly thinner. Something I need to get used to it. Because there's no grid, obviously you've got this little thing in. I'm considering the thumbs up thing on hot shoe, but I'm not sure. Maybe this one will be enough. Yeah, but it handles well. The lens is really tiny. I really like that. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Would you buy M262 without video recording, without live view? Live view is actually something I kind of miss on this one. Because sometimes I'm in an area where I'd like to take a picture and I can't really bend that much, or I like to do it from the picture from overhead. And with live view, obviously, even if it's not tiltable, I can still see something. In this case, I need to learn, obviously that's a good thing, to learn the zone focusing, but it would be nice to see it either way, but I don't have it. It's good. It's going to be a nice adventure. It's going to be a very, very interesting thing. I've been looking for this camera, not this model particular, but for Leicas many years. I think everyone looks for them. Anyone who's interested in photography in some way, at some point they stumble upon the Leica and is either like too expensive and makes people angry, or too expensive and makes them even more want to try it and buy it or whatever. And I think I was the second part in the second group, because okay, obviously it's expensive and it was out of my reach for a long time. Still is. This was very good occasion to buy it. Very good promotion, I would say. But it's not only that the price makes me want to buy it. It's so expensive, and you know, all those people talking it like an experience and so on. It's just because there is no many cameras like rangefinder style. You can buy film cameras rangefinder, but not digital. You can buy obviously Fujifilm, but like I already told you, I didn't like the experience that much. Because of all the electronics, and this one is all manual. I don't know if that's going to translate to better experience, or I'm going to hate it even more. I already know that it's not the fastest. Like yesterday I tried to take a picture and it was okay. I'm going to take it now and have a look. See that? It's not very fast. In this case it says noise reduction because actually I don't know why is it noise reduction. Yesterday there was no such a thing, but still it was taking picture quite long. See? I will get used to it, I hope. Maybe there are some ways around it. Maybe I can turn off this noise reduction. Maybe I can actually get rid of the JPEGs altogether and just do DNGs. Maybe that would be a good idea, but I don't know how. It does not appear to be possible from the menu. I will go through the menu with you anyway at some point. I need to get used to it. I need to understand all of this. I mean, it's very simple. It's just I need to find my own settings from what's available. Like, I don't understand really clipping definition. Obviously, you mark the brackets in which you want clipping to show off. I think so, but I don't understand I don't understand the numbers, like the distances. What, like, how far is too far or not enough? You know, I don't know. I will see. Other than that, it's always very straightforward. Okay, I think that's it for now. It's a bit of a long rant. Overall, I'm very happy. Like I said, it's very different, and I'm still in this honeymoon period where it's like, oh, I will Leica. Yeah, I'm excited. I was debating on buying this camera or buying another lens for my Sony. But even when I was looking for a Sony lens 16-35, something in me like holding me back, and I was like coming back to look for good deals on Leica, and I was like, should I try it? And if I don't like it, I can sell it, or should I invest more in other systems like Sony, and then have this feeling of like this itching for trying this system, and I can't because I invest in another camera, and you know. And what if I really like Leica and I would like to have it, like to use it instead of mirrorless like Sony or other brands, but I invested so much in other systems and I still buy the other systems instead of this. So I thought, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try this one instead investing on Sony, and if I don't like it, then I always can come back. I still got the Sony camera. I'm gonna keep it for some time at least, and then I will see. Okay, so that's it this time. I'm gonna do comparison with like the size and weight with my other cameras. I'm gonna show you some pictures how they come out from the camera, so you can see yourself, and I'm gonna compare it to Sony. Obviously, I don't have a adapter, so I can move this lens into Sony cameras, so that will minimize the differences between the lenses affecting the image quality and all this stuff. I don't have the adapter yet, but I might get one at some point. For now, I'm gonna use either my Zuiko 35 f2 or Sony's 28 f2 compared to this one, Voigtlander 35 1.4. We'll see. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope you will give me some feedback. Maybe you've got this camera, maybe you've got previous model, you've got M10. Share with me or with us what are your thoughts. If you had one and you sold one because you didn't like it, what was the reason? Or you planning to buy one, or I don't know, you want this one in particular because of some reasons? Let us know in the comments, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks, bye.